It's puck time. We're back. Where did we go? Nobody knows. I'm the Prez. It's Wednesday. We're talking hockey. We got a 3-pack panel with us. Badass Alex Smith, Andrew the Kid with his Amish beard, McInnis, and Carmine the Bald Man Bianco. Boys, sorry about the last week. We disappeared. We just literally out of the blue. I mean, we bought the gold sheet, and out of the blue, we had so much going on. I had to fly to Vegas. Everything happened all at once, and we just couldn't even get a show up to say that there wasn't a show, which is ironic. But we're back now, and we're not going anywhere for the rest of the summer. However, Alex, I'm leaving on Wednesday to go back to Vegas. So if there is more hockey after Wednesday, I need you to host the show. Boys, we have 11 minutes, one at a time. Carmine, how are you? Okay, who cares? Alex, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Getting ready for my birthday this weekend, so I got to go. I got a barbershop appointment as soon as this show's done, and just looking forward to watching what could be what's now a best of three. At least 2, if not 3, great games to wrap up the year. It's just been a lot of fun, and just can't wait for tomorrow night. And like I said, the game's moving forward.
You're turning 30. Are you not?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Jeez, when I was 30, I was getting those AOL discs to put them into my computer to log onto the internet. So I can't even remember what 30 feels like.
Yeah, 30.
Me either, honestly. Me either, guys. I can't remember.
Yeah, shut up, kid. Alex, while you're talking, I'm just going to run and grab my cord to plug in, I'll be able to hear you, but I want to know about this barbershop thing. Okay. Why are you going to a barbershop specifically because it's your birthday?
No, I'm going because my hair is extremely long and I need to get it cut. I just like to always go on my birthday because every now and then, depending on a couple years ago, I got one for free, and I don't know. It doesn't always happen, but every now and then, it's like, oh, I'm getting ready for my birthday. It's like, I get a discount, so it kind of works out in my favor.
I don't want to sound racist or anything.
Oh well, that's why. I mean, that's why. Yeah, the cut is for the girls always, but I mean, but the reason I go with birthday week is because usually I get a discount.
Well, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but black people really do enjoy the barbershop.
Yeah, that's true. Although I go to a white barbershop because I'm in Minnesota. So, but yes, barbershop conversations are always great. So
I don't know. I'm going to jump into this barbershop thing because I love it. No hair, but listen, I go to a place and I'm going to make this a quick story, and I get the old school Italian shave in the chair. They put you back, hot towels, lather you up. But the funny thing is, the guy who does the straight razor shave on me is the guy who gave me my first haircut when I was 4 years old. And I've been going to him ever since. That's 47 years ago because I turned 51 this year. Mm-hmm. And he is retiring this year. I hate to see him retire, but I'm actually kind of glad he's retiring because his hands shake a little bit.
Shaky hand, that's got to be scary.
Carm, I really respect that, though. That's good. You go to the same person.
But yeah, it's fantastic. I'm going to post a picture on Twitter of my last shave with him next week.
Nice.
Can you guys see me moving and talking? It looks like I froze.
I hear you, but it's just a frozen shot of you. It's a good shot.
You are right now. It's like you're Jeff Dunham. Your mouth is not moving. We're the 3 dummies. It's you have the perfect poker face. You have not moved at all. It's great.
Yeah, well, I don't want to start the show over again, so I really don't know what to do here.
Oh, just keep
talking.
You
sound fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Carm, I hate that shave. I've had it once. It was a really terrible experience for me. My face was on fire for a day. I will never do it again. Andrew McInnis, what's up, dude?
Not a whole lot, Prez. Doing well with MLB right now. I actually have a play going right now tonight, 5%. You can get that half off using MLB15, coupon code MLB15. And yeah, things are good, Prez. I mean, here in the East Coast, I'm still waiting for some consistent good weather. So if you ever want to, crap on Halifax or anything about about that, now's your time because we get, one day where it's 20 degrees, the next day it's raining again. So
I'm not going to crap on Halifax. I'm going to crap on your terrible bloody audio again.
It's not my audio. My audio is great.
Yeah, right. You're the only person that sounds terrible. Anyway.
Did you hear the coupon code?
MLB15. Go to sportsmemo.com, use MLB15 for Andrew McInnis's play. Carm, you've got a 5% play up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do it.
Game 5. Listen, it's been pretty good. Listen, I talk about the wins and losses, and listen, the first round, we all know the first round was absolutely horrible. Like I probably couldn't have done as worse in that first round, but I picked it up ever since. And, I'm at like plus 57% bankroll gain, which considering how bad the first round was, is great. Like for all the guys, I had a lot of guys buy my playoff package. Conference finals 10-2 and 4-0 with releases in the Stanley Cup so far. So we're going to try and make it 5-0 tomorrow.
And we had Customer Appreciation Day on Saturday. Carm released a Championship League soccer play. We sold it for $1. He got it right. He predicted the exact score at 2-0 plus 800. He predicted that there would be a penalty shot plus 600. It was a monster of a day.
Yeah, it's crazy because I did that last year for Champions League as well too. $1 appreciation. We sold like a ton of packages. Obviously, it's $1. So guys who don't bet soccer came on board and played it. Last year, we swept every prop except for the exact score when there was a goalie miscue with about 5 minutes left in the game. This game, I just figured with video assisted review, there'd probably be a penalty. There's a good chance of it. So I took literally Liverpool to score in the first half, Liverpool to score in a penalty at plus 600, exact score 2-0, and Firmino to score. And they awarded a penalty a minute into the game, and I'm just at the bar with a bunch of people saying, for the love of God, let Firmino take it, because it literally kills 3 props right there. Liverpool scores first, Firmino scores, and you get a penalty scored by Liverpool. But all the big props swept, which was great. Guys made money, and they're pretty happy. Yeah.
I will say it's a good thing you had some bets on that game, and I've been getting more into soccer. It wasn't the best game to watch.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, but it's when you're playing a one-off game for a championship, sometimes they aren't the best games. We saw it in the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Not the greatest game. Sometimes teams, you don't take the chances that make you as a player look like a fool, caught out of position. And
guys,
you're 2 very good teams that can score. Anyways,
enough.
Listen, let's talk about tomorrow because we got some interesting stats.
Boston against St. Louis, 2-2 in the Stanley Cup. Blowout in Game 3. St. Louis shut him down in Game 4. We got Boston at minus 155, the over and under. Over 5.5 plus 125, and the money line is Boston minus 1.5 plus 180 plus a whole lot of props. First period scores, third period scores, etc., etc. Alex, I'll go to you first, my brother. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's interesting. I thought at the beginning of the series that Boston would wrap this up in 5, and so I was on the Bruins last game. But now you've got Zdeno Chara, who, with the broken jaw, taking the shot to the side of the face. You got Matt Grzelcyk, of course, now with the concussion issue. So now you got this, you got trouble on the blue line with Boston. We saw this early in the middle of the regular season where they had defensemen going down left and right, and it hindered a lot of different things. It messed with their power play, obviously messed with the defense and penalty killing. And now you've got a St. Louis team that finally got the huge monkey off their back of winning a Stanley Cup final game in St. Louis in front of their home crowd. They can take that momentum back on the road now in the Game 5 for Boston. Like I said, it's a best of 3 series now, and all they need to do is basically steal one of these games in Boston. The momentum, I'm almost tentative of passing on this game and just playing whoever wins in Game 5 and Game 6. I think that's seems to be how this series is going to wrap up. It's a brand new series, and I think whoever takes the momentum, takes the reins here in Game 5, will ride that to Game 6 and end up closing the series out.
Andrew, I'm betting St. Louis plus 5.5 at minus 20,000. I'm betting 40 grand to win 2 grand.
I like it.
2 grand is 2 grand, Andrew.
Yeah, they're not going to lose by 6, should they?
Yeah, that's my big play, guys. St. Louis plus 5.5, minus 20,000.
I like it, Prez.
20 couch cushions or whatever, right? So
wait. Boston will be up 6-1. They'll pull their goalie, St. Louis. I'll be losing my shit. Andrew, what do you like in this game?
Well, Prez, the way I look at it is, in that Game 3, it was just way more of a dominant game for the Bruins. I mean, they won 7-2, and we saw, some weak goals, of course, but it was pure dominance. And then we saw the next bounce-back game out of St. Louis. Everybody knew the stats were Binnington off a loss, the Blues off a loss. This team had to come out and give everything that they had. We saw Ryan O'Reilly come out with a goal, Tarasenko come out with a goal, but a great defensive effort. The Blues did everything they had to do in order to get that victory. And, of course, we saw a couple defensemen go down, and the injury bug is hurting the Bruins. But when it comes down to it, that was a perfect game, and I don't think the Blues can replicate that again. So when I look at this one here, I'm not really going to look at the side as much because of that price, guys. I'm just looking at the total here. I don't get why we're getting a 5. We saw a 7-2 game, like I said, when the Bruins beat them. And then when the Blues won, we got that empty net goal, made it 4-2, cashed the over 5.5 in that one. And once again here, we're getting a 5. It doesn't make any sense to me, Prez. I like a lot of goals here in this one. You don't really see the Bruins get 2 goals in many games. I think they'll come up to play. But like you guys said, they got some injuries with defense. So what does that mean? Of course, they got to be a little more precautious on the defensive end. But they need a lot of help on their all 4 lines. They need everyone to contribute. They're going to have short shifts. And I think we'll see some goals early on in this game.
Carmine, I'm betting Boston over half a goal at minus 3,000. I'm betting $3 million.
Also probably money that you can find.
Chump change, dude.
Listen, here's the thing. Listen, St. Louis played a great game. They really did. They did what they had to do. I understand, the whole Chara and the concussion with Grillchak. I can't even pronounce his name properly. And yeah, it's a big factor, but I don't think it's as big a factor as some people are in the media might make it out to be. We'll know today whether concussion protocol is done and whether he's back in the lineup. John Moore is a really good replacement, I think, in the sense of taking over for Chara. He's a left-handed shot, which is good. The guy's big. He can skate well. And the Bruins, as a team, back check so well and play so well defensively that they're going to help their defensemen. Whether they go to like 11 forwards and 7 defense as opposed to like 12 and 6, I think that's probably the better move. You can double shift a guy like Pasternak or whatever. He's going to do well. As far as the total, it's really funny when you look at a total at a book. The juice can sometimes play games with you. You see 5.5 minus 144, and you're like, the books love the under. But if you look at that drop-down menu, 5 over is minus 131. So it's literally, the number is where it should be. Literally, the numbers probably should be 5. And you look at the games, a couple 4-2 games that went over the total with empty net goals, a 3-2 game in overtime. And the only one, which is sort of the anomaly, is a 7-2 game. But listen, there was an empty net goal, 4 power play goals. You just have to remove that 7-2 game from this and look at it, that these were games that were 4-2, 4-2, 3-2 with a couple empty net goals as well, too. Home ice is huge. TD Gardens, Boston, they're going to come out with their best effort. And and the Blues have to match it. Whether they can or can't, I'm not sure. They know. I said that taking this series to end in 6 at plus 200, I thought was a good bet. And I agree with Alex. The winner of Game 5 wins it in Game 6.
Okay, boys, in all seriousness, I am betting Boston to win 4-2 at plus 1,400. I think that's that's just a great bet to me. I mean, come on. I just laid $10 million on that.
So where are we going if you hit that? Where's the party?
Me and Leonardo are taking a harem of women to over yonder K. It'll be epic.
It'll be epic. I'm actually looking up the final score 4-2, and you're correct. It is 1,400.
Every one of my statements are correct because I am correct. Okay, ready? Oh, wait, you can't see me. I was going to do a card trick. Damn. Okay, boys. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty well it. Game 7 will go on Wednesday if there is a Game 7, but I don't believe there's going to be.
Okay. Thank you for that. Alex, if there's a Game 7, you'll be hosting. I'll be in Vegas. Listeners, make sure to watch First Pitch today. It's back. Drew Martin and Dave Koken. As well, Morning Joe with Ralph Michaels. We're talking some NBA. And I am betting Blues 5-0. No, I'm actually betting Boston 4-2 at plus 1,400. That's in all seriousness. A great show, boys. Thanks for joining. Why is it so funny?
Day, which is the Raptors money line at plus 170 today.
I'm parlaying that with Boston to win 18-0. I just flexed. You missed it.
President in a joking mood today.
I'm trying to find my red card.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.
I'm waving.
Good luck.
Yep.